Welcome to the $5 Taser Stun Gun tutorial. Items required is super glue, a pair of scissors, some electrical tape, although it's kind of optional, but I recommend it. Some nails. You can't really buy a single nail, well, not from the place I go, so I have to get a shitload. Only need 2 for this. If you got 2 laying around, yeah, go for it, use those. Doesn't really matter what size. Screwdrivers, you only really need a Phillips head, depending on the racket you get. I've just got a multi thing here. And D-size batteries, but yours may come with AA's or AAA's even, or rechargeable. This is the first version I made, and in this video I'll show you exactly how I made it. The first step, test your racket, because it may come in the mail, so you just want to make sure it works. Okay, make sure the batteries are out before you begin, and proceed to find a Phillips head screwdriver, which takes me a moment, but I finally get it. There's about 6 or 7 screws, and just check under the sticker. See that yellow sticker? So there are actually screw holes under that, so just check around. There should be about 6 or 7 screws, depending on which model you have. So I'll just speed this up. Okay, so once you have all the screws out, it should pop out. Now watch out for the button. Some models like this one have a button that actually just falls out. It just stays in there just on its own pressure. So watch out for that. Don't lose that. It might fly off. Inside's pretty simple. You've just got a circuit board, a high voltage circuit board that converts the 3 volt, the 2 1.5 volt batteries into... I measured it on a multimeter. It is actually 50,000 volts. It's the same as a normal stun gun taser, but when it actually shorts out, like when you actually see the arcing, the amperage drops down significantly. That's why it doesn't actually put you to the ground. It hurts a lot, but yeah, it doesn't actually, incapacitate you. That said, if you get like 5 or 6 of these, yeah, it could probably bring a grown man to tears, which would be a funny video on itself. Anyway, the racket should just slide off. Depending on which model you have, there may be extra screws here, but pretty much you just slide that off. As you can see, it just comes right off. At this point, you need to cut the wires going into the racket. Strip the wires, and what I've done is actually put in the nails, the sharp end inwards, so the blunt end, the head of the nail, outwards. So I glue the nails on first, and you can actually solder this. The reason why I use glue is because soldering isn't really necessary, or solder as Americans would say, but we Australians say solder. Solder is actually correct, so we actually say it wrong. Yeah, I know most of my audience is Americans, and they're probably saying, yeah, fuck yeah, we say it right, but whatever. So I say solder, you say solder, or I love that t-shirt. I say tomato, you say fuck you. Anyway, so I tracked. So super glue the nails, the sharp ends or the blunt ends down, leave it to dry for 30 seconds or so. After you've done that, then put the nails in position. Just make sure they're a few millimeters apart, and super glue those in place, and let it dry, and then put it back together, screw it back together. And this is the optional step. See how there's a gap there at the top? So you can actually electrical tape that. And there you have it. That is a $5 taser.